First Lady Melania Trump has decided to part ways with a longtime friend who was given a contract to provide party planning for Donald Trump's inauguration. Stephanie Winston Wolkoff is the name of this events organizer. And according to the New York Times, her firm, which was created only a couple of weeks prior to the inauguration, was awarded $26 million for event planning by the nonprofit group that oversaw Trump's inauguration and surrounding events in January of 2017. Once that report came out, the Trumps were allegedly furious about it. Donald Trump was also enraged to learn that Miss Winston Wolkoff brought an associate, David Monn, to help plan inaugural events. Mr. Monn's firm was paid $3.7 million, according to a tax filing by the nonprofit group, the 58th Presidential Inaugural Committee. So any contracts that Wolkoff had with the Trump administration has now been terminated, and the accusations or the claims are that the Trump administration didn't know about this gigantic deal that she had gotten, the $26 million. Stephanie Winston Wolkoff says that not all of that money went to her. In fact, they had to provide satellites for broadcasting and all sorts of expensive things related to the inauguration. The firm retained a total of $1.62 million for all of its consulting and creative services, which was divided among our staff and 15 members, including myself. The firm, which had been created only weeks prior to the inauguration, submitted all of our records fully audited to the inauguration committee nearly 1 full year ago in March of 2017.
Okay, so let's talk about the absurdity of the Trump administration claiming they didn't know. This is a really good friend of Melania Trump and one of her top advisors for a long time. So who's a good friend of mine? A lot of folks, Anna, JR, Jimmy. So let's take one of them randomly, Jimmy Dore, okay? Imagine I'm president, we're already having fun, and I'm gonna have my inauguration. And Jimmy Dore sets up a company a couple of weeks before the inauguration. I think it's a $26 million contract. And then they go, no, Jake didn't know anything about that. It's just a coincidence. He just happened to set up a company and then happened to get a $26 million contract without Jake knowing anything about it. Now, look, there's a couple of different ways they could have done it. Trump could have ordered it, Melania could have ordered it, and Trump could be enraged that Melania ordered it and got him in trouble. Or they could have let it be known that Miss Wolkoff is a friend. And then the underlings are like, get them the contracts, right?
Yeah.
And remember, the inauguration didn't last that long. There wasn't that much time between the election and the inauguration, just a couple of months. So they had to find a way to spend this money. And so if you say like, look, man, they had to get chairs, they had to put them in for the party, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there are hard costs, but I saw an earlier article that explained what the hard cost was, and I don't want that much. Now there's plenty that goes into planning, and they're not the only ones who did it. There's a lot of other planning companies they use as well, but most of the money went towards advising and strategy and consulting. How much can you consult over a couple of months over where to put the chairs?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone with any sense knows what happened here.
Yeah, I mean, and look, all you can really do at this point is speculate the extent to which Melania Trump or Donald Trump really knew about how much she was being awarded. But the person who's taking responsibility is Thomas Barack Jr., who is a longtime friend of the Trumps. He's a real estate investor. And he claimed that he was the one who signed Wolkoff on to this job. It all seems very fishy. But anyway, her contract has been terminated with the White House.
Well, why did they terminate it if they didn't do anything wrong?
Right.
I'm surprised they didn't go with the usual Trump thing of, she denies it, she strongly denies it. Right, so by the way, the reason Thomas Barack is taking the fall here is because, number one, it is true that he was coordinating a lot of this. Number two, he's incredibly wealthy and is not part of the government, so he's like, yeah, so what? Yeah. Who's gonna fire me? I'm my own boss, right? And he's really good friends with Trump. That's probably why he gave Melania's good friend a $26 million contract, right? They didn't have to tell him wink, wink. He already knew the wink, wink part.
Right.
And so now the only reason that they sever the relationship is because they got their hand caught in the cookie jar. Otherwise, the next time they needed to throw a party, there was going to be probably a lot of $1 million thinking that needed to go behind that party. If you want to get the whole Young Turks show every single day, become a member, tytnetwork.com/join. And once you do, you'll be saying,
you know, I'm like a smart person.
Or you might say,
I think it's weird.
Or you might say,
oops.
No, that won't be that one. It won't be that one. It'll be great, trust me. tytnetwork.com/join.